Alright guys, get ready to see my favorite leveling twink setup to date with the new souleater ring.
This is not a challenge.
So yeah, as you saw, it's wicked fast and it's not that expensive either. Believe it or not, the most expensive piece of gear on this guy is the gem, ball fissure of snaking. Everything else I think is under defined. So I'll go more into detail about that later on. But there'll be a POB overview. I'll have some loadouts in the POB. So yeah, that'll be towards the end of the video. Check the timestamps if you want to see the POB walkthrough. The rest of this video, otherwise, is just going to be clips from the leveling. Various parts of the campaign. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how fast this is. And I did use shield charge instead of lightning warp at one point, but I think I highly prefer lightning warp. You do need the full, or it'll feel much better once you get the full less skill effect duration wheel. But yeah, it's easy. Sorry, I keep going off. The explanation will be later for the build. So yeah, just here's the gameplay and that's all.
Pig without a head.
You've done well, Brute, but let's not get above us. It was...
Piety. Betray me, and I will have your hand.
A body to kill for. The greatest form.
Your sickness.
You only get one first impression.
I shall preserve them for eternity.
The ancestors demanded. You are free now, slave.
When I met...
In this moment, you and I will create the most beautiful of nightmares together. Creation? Out of the realm of the gods, isn't it? Bow your head to your one true god.
Now, exile!
What?
Now, exile!
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare. I gave my life. Nightmare gave me so much more. Accept the gift of immortality. Nightmare, why? Are you so in love with me?
Alright, so here's the POB. We got the passive tree. I try to keep it real simple. This is really all the nodes you need on the tree. And you'll have plenty of damage. And I have some life nodes on here too. But yeah, this is, you don't need much, and the build, you'll be able to get through the whole campaign pretty easily. You might not even need like all these damage nodes, depending on which gear you're running. I'm not running all these damage nodes, and I'm pretty much one-shotting everything. Bosses die instantly. So if you're okay with going a little slower than what you see in the video, or if you have better gear than what I have on in the video, then you can change things on this tree. And I think it can start with any class. Like if you're a witch, you'll just path through this area, down there, shadow, down this way, ranger, etc. The most important nodes on here is this less or reduced skill effect duration. This is for the souleater tech. These and the lightning warp tech. This is the most important nodes I think on the tree. And then second most important is the war cries cooldown. But yeah, generically you just want attack damage, not with a weapon, because it's facebreaker. Just generic attack damage, physical damage. Fire damage works too if you can do the full convert. But yeah, if you're trying to tweak the tree or start on another class and you're confused on what to do, let me know and I can help you. But this is the generic pathing. And as long as you get like this duration wheel, you're probably good to go. So moving on to the items, I have a bunch of different setups in here. Level says which levels to do, and you can ignore these grand spectrums. Are optional. They're nice to haves for the easy all res, but you don't need those. You can run yellow jewels with res or whatever, really. But yeah, you can really change out a lot of items. This is just my recommended setup. Nothing in here is going to be too expensive. Maybe this Darkness Enthroned, but you don't really need a super high roll on that either. So yeah, you should be able to get everything in here cheap. And level 12 to 13, same story pretty much. Everything pretty cheap in here. These jewels, you really want that 1 to 3 physical damage to attacks. That's important. And moving on, 32 to 68. This Warden Brand's ring is a huge amount of flat damage. You can only equip this if you have the souleater tech because it reduces your attack speed otherwise, but this thing is insane for damage. You don't need an Abyssus. I actually have 2 setups for 32 to 68. So you can switch out the Abyssus, and I'll update this some more to put in some other tankier gear. But yeah, we got a lot of options. This is just like the base setup for items. If you have questions, let me know. For skills, I tried to keep it simple. Got the until level 12. You're going to use Smite. And it's assuming you have a tabula. So I put six links in there. Once you hit level 12, hopefully you have your Vol Fissure of Snaking. This skill is honestly ridiculous. I never really used it until now. And it's like a heat-seeking missile. It just sniffs out the mobs. It's so crazy. You can just slap it down, like slap your attack down anywhere, and the snakes will just, they're sniffing that ground beef out pretty much. I don't even know why it's called melee. It's so crazy. But yeah, so Vol Fissure of Snaking until you get the souleater set up. There's a lot of faster attacks in here and stuff. And then after you get the souleater set up, you can keep using the faster attacks ones. I kept using it and it feels fine, but if you want more damage, then you can go with this. Poacher's Mark is good damage, but you won't be able to use this until you have an extra curse. So if you can find a way to get another curse, then it is a big damage boost, but otherwise I just have it there. Frostblink is nice, but I don't think it's super necessary, especially after you're using Lightning Warp, as you saw in the video. Blood and Sand is a nice damage boost and AoE. Then our auto exert war cries is pretty important. It's not mandatory, but it's a good damage boost. So here's the most important thing. Soul proccing setup. I have a video on how to use the Coiling Whisper ring if you want more details, but the gem levels are important in here. Hex Touch and Temporal Chains must be level 1 with 0 quality. Less duration. Try and get it with 20 qual. The level, you can have it low level and then slowly level it up. And then Shield Charge doesn't really matter. But yeah, those 3 important. And then once you have enough intelligence or mana, you can swap over to Lightning Warp. I actually had to add Clarity into the mix, so I'm going to put that there, because Lightning Warp does take some mana to use, so you need some mana regen. As long as you're hitting stuff, your mana is full, but when you're just warping around, then you do kind of need Clarity for that. But yeah, there's the skills. I think that's about all. I'll put the video in here. I put some notes for passive tree pathing. But yeah, if you have questions and stuff, leave a comment or go to my Discord and send a message on there. Yeah, this tech is fun, really fun. I love Lightning Warp with Soul Eater and reduced skill effect duration. I feel like I want to put it on every build. I'll try not to do that though. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Also, I haven't really been saying this lately, but I think it's time. If you're getting use out of my builds, my videos, if they're useful or helpful at all, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and liked the video. That would help me a lot. So yeah, just want to squeeze that in there. Thanks again. See ya.